In this lecture, we will talk about profession and professionalism. We'll look into the definitions first. Like I have told earlier, any job or occupation cannot be a profession. Profession is a specific job or occupation that requires an advanced expertise in terms of skill or knowledge and involves self-regulation and looks at concerted service to public good. Essential components of a profession are three: advanced expertise, self-regulation, and public good. And professional refers to something pertaining to a profession or even an individual in a particular profession. And professionalism is the attitude that is expected of a professional, including typical qualities that are expected of the profession. It also includes services related to achieving the public good in addition to the practices of the knowledge of moral ideals. Remember that being professional requires practice of knowledge of moral ideals, according to MacIntyre, who was a Scottish philosopher. You can see a reference down below in this first page. I did not really include the reference in other pages, but this is pretty much where I have taken it from, and the Wikipedia. Being professional thus requires three characteristics, as we spoke about: advanced expertise, that is required for objective analysis of problems in a particular domain that the professional works in, and self-regulation, which is essentially independence from self-interest. That is, one should not be interested in what exactly he wants or he or she wants, but must think about the society at large, or those clients or customers or end users. And sometimes codes of conduct of the professional bodies and societies can guide a professional towards self-regulation. And public good, essentially a professional must work towards better welfare, so safety and health of the society. So it's not just about a salary, but it's about public good. These three characters are required for a professional. And what you see here on the left are the roles that can be played by a professional, and on the right you see the responsibilities of a professional in short. A professional can be a savior, where a professional saves the society from a calamity, for example. Or he could be a guardian, where the professional guards public interests and human rights or societal rights of various kinds. Or a bureaucratic servant, where the professional serves a government organization typically. Or a social servant, where the professional works directly towards the betterment of a society. Or a social enabler, who essentially provides ways to the society to become better, gives them better life or better lifestyles and so on. Or a key player or a game player, where a professional works with a team towards something good. And a professional is expected to have a characteristic quality. We talked about character and moral character in the beginning, and obligations, including moral obligations in that profession, and general moral capacity expected of any human being, and liability and accountability to what the professional does through the organization and in the profession, and praiseworthiness and blameworthiness, which are again a part of moral responsibility that we spoke about. So thus, a professional is expected to have extensive training that gives him or her knowledge and skills in the particular domain, and establishes a monopoly, not in a negative sense, but in the sense that he or she has an authentication by an authorized by a standardized body, such as an educational institution or a professional body, which gives him or her a degree or accreditation or certification or license to practice the profession. And autonomy at workplace, wherein that is essentially self-governance, where the professional can make decisions for oneself, and also to maintain ethical standards expected in the profession and of the individual within the while complying to company policy and the law and so on. And moral responsibility, including moral obligations and accountability and praiseworthiness or blameworthiness and conscientiousness to be truthful to oneself. Or causal responsibility, as in being responsible for anything that causes something, and job responsibility expected of the particular position that one is in, and legal responsibility will of course be compliance or abiding by the law. So the professional virtues are essentially self-direction or self-governance, where an individual is expected to be humble and possess good moral judgment or practical wisdom, and be committed to what one does, and one and has integrity, including honesty and self-respect and self-discipline. Public spiritedness is essentially having respect towards the rights of others, not causing harm to others, and also causing benefit to others or preventing harm, and being able to look at things in an unbiased way and provide justice to the society at large. And teamwork is essentially to be able to work with others, respecting colleagues, and the idea of collegiality, or being cooperative and communicating not just among colleagues but also probably as a team to the society or to the end users, to the clients and customers. Respect for the legal authority or legitimate authority, including supervisors, and ability to motivate others, and being able to exercise one's authority responsibly. Also proficiency, again, that is essentially from technical skills, which would be an intellectual virtue of the profession, and competence and diligence in exercising one's duty, and being creative, and self-renewal as in updating oneself, ensuring proficiency. And cardinal virtues, we spoke about them earlier. The cardinal virtues or chief virtues or important virtues, including wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. So with this, we end the presentation on profession and professionalism.